So far we've got approximately 30 meals of pork and chicken. Now we're going to start on the ground. This is the ground beef. And this is the ground pork. Now, I'm going to mix. This is 6.5 pounds. And this is 10 pounds. So, this was $61 minus $8 at the checkout. And this was oh my God, the tag's gone. This was $20 minus $4. So this was $16. Okay, this would be $53. I took 3 packages of hamburger out of my freezer and put them in the fridge freezer because the bags the seal wasn't great, so I want to use them up first. And I'm going to mix this with beef. So it's 2/3 pork, 1/3 beef. This is going in a roasting pan. This is going into a roasting pan in the oven after I bust it up because I don't want to put this much ground into bags that they're going to lose their seal. So I'm just going to mix up this pork. This is about 50% pork, 50% ground beef now. All right, I'm going to put the lid on that, and this is going into a 300-degree oven. Just a slow roast, and tomorrow I will break it up and I will can it. Oh, this is about 6 pounds left here. Push all the air out from the back to the front. Use a rolling pin if you want, I just don't. All right, so this is 6 meals of ground beef. Tomorrow I will do a video on canning up the meat. Here's my 4 jars pressure canner with the required amount of water in the bottom and a shot of vinegar to stop my jars from clouding. Now we're starting everything from cold, okay? So the water in here is cold because the meat is cold. This got roasted and then put in the fridge, and I've just busted it all up and ready for canning. Here is our 4 jars lids in hot simmered water, our always rag, our lids, and our clean wash jars. Let's get busy. Now, I apologize, folks, but I am really tired. It's been a long day. So if I miss anything, I'm sure you will remind me. Here is, okay, I'm missing a spoon. The meat's cold. It really had to be busted up, but we're going to, now this is one of the easiest ways to can. For the simple reason is, everything's going in cold. You don't have to deal with water or anything like that. Now, I'm using pint jars, so I'm not going to knock these down as much. Because these will actually the meat will get pulled down by the pressure in the jar. But I do want to make sure I have enough in there, right? I was going to use 1/2 pint jars, but guess what? I couldn't find any. I couldn't find enough. Okay, so always wipe your rims with a clean damp paper towel or cloth. On goes our 4 jars lid. And into the canner that goes. I'm not even salting this meat, folks. It doesn't need to be. It's being pressure canned. And I always season stuff when I cook it. Gracie, none of this is for you, darling. And boom. One little more piece here, down in there. Always, always. Clean lid and rinse and repeat. You can salt it if you like. I don't recommend powdered seasonings of any kind. They can turn bitter when they're in the pantry over time. We'll be back when the canner's full. Okay, I got 17 pints in my canner. Now there's going to be less than a pound per pint because I didn't pack them like tight down. We're going to put our lid on. Now this is in a cold canner. Did you know that 4 jars makes jars now? It's awesome, and apparently they're much thicker, so I'm going to have to look into that. So we're going to put our lid on. And we're going to turn our burner on high. And this is going to take a while to come up. But when this comes up to a steady stream of steam, we'll set our timer for 10 minutes. And then we'll vent the canner. Always vent the canner for 10 minutes. If you don't vent the canner, you're not pushing the air out. So you won't get a proper, vacuum seal. Okay? So we're going to let this heat up. We're going to let this come to a steady stream of steam. We're going to vent it for 10 minutes. And we'll be back. We are now spouting a steady stream of steam, and we have set our timer for 10 minutes. Okay, this has been spouting a steady stream of steam for 10 minutes. So we're going to turn the timer off, and we're going to put our 10-pound weight on. Now listen, folks, if you live 1,000 feet or more above sea level, your weights and measurements and your processing times and weight canning weight may be different than mine. So please check your manufacturer's directions. And as soon as this gives us a vigorous jiggle, we're going to set the timer for 75 minutes. It's 75 minutes for pints, 90 minutes for quarts. There's our vigorous jiggle, our gentle rocking motion. Our gauge is at 10 to 11 pounds. So I'm going to set my timer for 75 minutes. That's an hour and 15 minutes for pints, or an hour and a half for quarts. All right? And as soon as my timer goes off, I'm going to shut my canner off, and I'm going to let everything cool naturally, and we'll come back to it in the morning. And there it is, folks. 17 pints of ground beef and pork. Good for soups, stews, casseroles, pizzas, tacos, anything you can think of where you might need a fast meal or a cooked meat. Yeah, don't look at my hair. I turned the canner off at 2 o'clock this morning. This is Mrs. Wolfie from Life with the Wolfie saying, when it comes time, you know, when you stock a lot of meat, okay, your freezer can break your meat down over time. So it's always good to try and can some if you can, and that means it's good for a very long time without breaking down because it's shelf stable. I did it. Take care. God bless. Keep pinching that quarter. Mwah!